Everybody, welcome to Ferrall and the Prophet. Scott, I have a true false question for you. One of these things is definitely true, and one of these things is probably false. But here you go. I've got two for you. The Browns will be paying eight quarterbacks this season because their management is so sharp, and or the Giants, of course, will be going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, baby. True or false?
True, false. True one, false two.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
They look good though last night, Scott. They look good.
Yeah, that did not go well for me. I didn't think that was going to happen. Good for you. Your team won a big game, and uh, Jackson had a big game. Dart,
Ham. Scataboo.
a TD pass. He ran one in from 20 yards.
Yeah.
Scatterboo, three
Yeah.
TDs. He's a monster. He's a bull in a
Yeah.
china shop. I like his game. I always liked his game, even at Arizona State. And I thought when they got him, it was a great pick.
Fourth round. I mean, absolutely great pick. And, he had that bowl game. I believe it was against Texas, Scott. And what people don't remember about that game, he caught a ton of passes. He ran for 150 yards on an endless amount of carries, but he also threw like a 42-yard touchdown just for shits and giggles.
That was a great pass.
He's the guy's unbelievable. And by the way, I actually think he is more talented than Simone Biles, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the Olympics coming up soon.
Listen, I think he's actually going to be fantastic. And if it wasn't for that pass, they would have never been in that game. That was like the best bowl game I thought of the entire bowl season.
Definitely. Definitely. It was so cool. Hey, Scotty, we got so much college football going on, but do me a favor first. Share. I know you got your schedule coming up. You're going to every ball game that Pittsburgh can possibly offer, and probably some hockey too, for all I know what the
Yeah,
fuck you're
so
going
tonight
to.
I'm going
What's
to
going on
the
this weekend?
Penguins and Ranger game at PBG in the Steel City, and I'm actually sitting behind the goalie. Literally, I'll be, I could touch him. That's how close I
Nice.
am to the glass. I got a
Nice.
couple of really good seats, and then tomorrow I'm going to the Browns and Steelers, and it's supposed to be like 65 and raining all day because that nor'easter is hitting
Pouring.
the East Coast.
Yeah, pouring.
So it should be lousy weather. But the guy that I go with is a lunatic, and he bought tactical rain gear, and it's being
Yeah.
delivered today, believe it or not, by Prime. And he's bringing me some 2XL tactical rain gear hoodie that's badass with all kinds of pockets. And he said I'm not going to get wet. I don't want to get sick in Pittsburgh, as you know. I got a lot going on the week after I get back. So like Monday's the 13th. The week after, I'm really busy. So I cannot get sick in Pittsburgh, even with all the bad things that happen while I'm in Pittsburgh. There's
You,
a lot of bad things.
you are going to look like two little Fruit Loops. I will pay you $100 to sing YMCA and dance it with your little Fagala friend in your matching camo outfits, you
Listen,
losers.
I've already made bets with you that you don't pay off, so I'm not doing any
I paid you
more.
two and you
I
lost
never
my,
used
I
them.
gave you two of the
I
points.
thought I could save them for
You
a
lost
future
them.
day, and they wore out. I never used it, so you owe me four United Club passes, you femme.
Because I gave you two and you said, hey, I'm going to go travel, get them to me. And now I have two more coming. I told you at the end of October when my card renews, but you didn't even use the first two. They're 50
But
bucks each
why should they expire? I should still have them.
because they don't want you in the United Club, Scott. That's why.
Hey, can I tell you a funny story
Sure.
before we get going on college football? And I do want to go over those Browns quarterbacks, what they're paying. But I just thought that this was funny. This sounds like something 34C would do. So this woman in Ohio, I don't know if you knew what she did. She was
No.
very angry, and she showed up. Listen to this. She broke into her boyfriend's house, and she sliced open his nutsack. He was sleeping, and she crept into his room, and she cut open his nutsack.
Did it fall
It open.
out? Did one of them fall out?
Not like everything came out. She's been arrested. She kicked in the front door in Toledo to his home. She performed her amateur surgery with a sharp object. She cut him so badly that one of his nuts was fully exposed. He had to get treatment at the hospital, charged with felonious assault. The victim was seriously harmed, and she also got charged with aggravated burglary. Anyway, her mugshot was great. She looked like she didn't care, that she was happy she pulled it off. You get a lot of chicks that want to, cut guys' dicks off, but to actually go in,
Actually, do
open
it.
his nut back,
Yeah.
and have his nuts fall out onto the bed is just a power move. I thought that was.
And by the way, what's her nickname going to be? We could throw some out. The Scrotum Slicer. Every good criminal needs a really good badass name for the plus. We'll think of some more.
Ripper.
That's a great story. Great story.
Yeah, there you go.
He probably deserved
So
it.
let's look
Maybe
at
he's a
these.
dick.
Let's look at these Brown quarterbacks really quick. I think it's important that we go through this. Let's start. You have the list, right? I have it in front of me. If you want me to go through it.
Yeah, you, Scotty, all you, baby.
So Deshaun Watson gets $35.9 million so he can get massages.
Value. Good
Jameis
value.
gets $2.2 million.
Why
Dylan
not?
Gabriel gets $1.1 million. Flacco $999,000. Shador Sanders $955,000. Bailey Zappi $315,000. Dorian Thompson Robinson $171,000. And Kenny Small Hands Pickett gets $8,000. That is what they're paying quarterbacks. Plus, they have two active quarterbacks, an injured quarterback, a quarterback on the Giants, a practice squad quarterback, and a quarterback that's out of the league, and two quarterbacks who just got traded. Like, holy shit.
Nice job, front office. The Browns, I think you can see it right now, Scott. They're really turning things around in Cleveland. Good for them.
You know what? What's funny
That should be about 30 years.
I'm going to be at this game tomorrow, right? And I know we'll get to the pros, but in short, I just want to say I know they'll fuck with the Browns because it's a rivalry game, and the Browns have a really good defense. There's Myles Garrett and company. They don't allow a lot. Minnesota had no business winning that game with 25 seconds left in London at Tottenham Stadium. They covered for us on an elite play by a hook, but Dylan Gabriel played great in that game, and I guarantee they give the Steelers a game in Pittsburgh. It always is the same thing. I was at a playoff game once with the Steelers and Browns when Couch was the quarterback, and they were down 20 at the fucking
Tim
half.
Couch.
They were down 20
Tim
at the
Couch.
fucking half. I went with my dad that day in the seats in a snowstorm, and the Steelers ended up coming back and winning the game, but they were in trouble. I guarantee you the Browns give them a game tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to put a quiz out for you. If you get this one, I will forever, because you are the encyclopedia of sports. What college did Tim Couch go to?
Kentucky.
You're unbelievable. That's crazy, dude. You seriously, I don't know what you do at night, but you just literally must thumb through like the fucking sports over and over and over.
All I do in my whole life is sports.
Yeah, you get laid once a week with dick pills, and otherwise you're just doing sports.
What? That happened yesterday. When I'm leaving today, so yesterday she had to get it, so she's like, grab one of those D pills and let's get it on, Romeo. And so I got lucky yesterday. Thank God for that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm happy for you. You need that too, because otherwise you're a very nervous flyer. But once you get the wax on, wax off, you can fly, you can relax. Now, are you going first class or are you going in steerage?
I'm going first class.
Very good. Very good. Because you can't fit.
It's literally like a 50-minute flight, though. It sucks.
I don't care if it's a bus ride on Greyhound. I don't do coach.
They don't even like it, when you fly for 50 minutes. Like, I don't even remember if they give you a fucking drink.
They don't. So I just flew home from Chicago. So, hour and 37 minutes. The wind's behind us. You know the deal. Go there, go east and you just fly along. So first class ticket, and they were handing out protein bars, pretzels, or potato chips.
They give you those
the ticket was like $800.
Little caramel, they're like caramel, like briskets or something. I don't even know what they are. Like they're like chewy caramel sandwiches.
Yeah, they're not briskets, but I get
whatever,
it. I know where you're going. Yeah, no, they do suck. Brisket is what you have at Passover. It's overcooked meat.
Just leave me alone on the plane. One of the great advantages of having my heart problems are that I get on the plane first no matter what. Now, when you're in first class, you get on the plane no matter what first anyway, but I always get on the
Yeah.
plane first. And,
Yeah.
they never, it's the weirdest thing. They never say anything to me because I get on and I look so tall and big and healthy and athletic. But I always have I have an
Yeah. That's what
artificial
they're
heart. I
thinking.
have two fake heart valves, cow valves
Yeah. Cow
clamp in
valves.
my
Cow valves.
chest. So I have to get on
Yeah.
the plane and I need to rest and I need to have a rum.
Yeah, I get it. Can you do me one favor from here
Yeah.
on in? I want that pine tree background where we can have your Mr. Pine Tree head because I miss that. You are so much more fun. Like now you have like, you know what kind of bird that
I
is?
don't. It was a
Oh, it's
parrot.
gone. It wasn't a
I don't, it
parrot.
was a parrot. Now that's like
All right.
that's outer space right there.
Hey, Scott, we have so much football to go through. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to just throw out some stuff that AI really loves. You can throw in your 3 cents, your 5 cents, your 10 cents, whatever you want. But let me just give you some quick AI action, some real hero games. And then I would love your opinion on stuff that you're, up in the air. It's probably not going to be a top five
Right.
pick. I've got Florida State and I've got Pittsburgh, Scotty. It's a 10.5 point spread. Both teams are 3-2. Interesting game.
Yeah, look, I think that Pitt has played well in games in Acrisure, in the Steel City. I think they're going to have big problems in Tallahassee at Doak, and I think the Knowles are going to be able to handle the Panthers here.
I agree. Hey, here's one for you that's interesting. Charlotte against Army. Okay. Absolutely a weirdo game, plus 18.5. But Scott, AI actually digs Charlotte. Army's not playing well
Yeah,
this
I
year.
don't. I actually think they're turning the corner, and I think they're going to kick Charlotte's ass. I watched Charlotte play this week, and they're awful.
Fair enough. We've got UCLA at a 1-4 record, but we're coming off a fucking amazing win. And we've got Michigan State, Scotty. Any interest in that game? 7.5 point
Yeah,
spread.
look, I think UCLA turned their season around by winning the game against Penn State, and Neuheisel called a great game. That's Rick Neuheisel's kid, who's now calling the plays in Pasadena for the Bruins. But this game's in East Lansing, and I think, Michigan State continues to cover for us on the Ferrall and the Prophet podcast. Every Saturday for the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've given Michigan State out as a spread play, and I think they'll beat UCLA, and I think they'll cover.
Do that. Alabama, Missouri. Alabama's 4-1. Missouri is 5-0. It's actually a 3.5 point spread. And the game's at Alabama, right, Scotty?
Now,
So
the game's in
that's an unbelievable.
Columbia today, and it's at noon on ABC in Missouri. And Missouri's 5-0 and getting 3. The problem is, frankly, I think Alabama's just a better football team and has better athletes than Missouri. So the one thing I would say about Alabama here, Mick, is that it's got to be a letdown after the games against Wisconsin, Georgia, and Vanderbilt, ducks on a pond, and they won all 3 of
Yep.
them. This is a game they have to get jacked up for. DeBoer has to get them ready for this game because Missouri
Right.
is legit, and that's why that line's only 3. But I think Alabama is 7 points better than Missouri. They've got to go to Columbia and fucking prove it.
Yeah, I get it. I agree with you. Scott, let me push down to Ohio State. I'm going to skip some games. Noon today, Scotty. Ohio State against Illinois. Illinois now 5-1. Ohio State 5-0, number 1 team in the country. 14.5 point spread.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big number because I think Ohio State's a bigger, better team than Illinois. I've already seen this team. They destroy everyone they play. I think Illinois was at the level of USC that day where we hit that bet and we put that out as a pay pick and we had them at 7.5 in Champaign and they won the game outright. It was a great game against USC, but this is a different beast altogether. Not only do I think Ohio State will beat Illinois' ass, I think Ohio State would beat USC's ass too.
Yeah, I got an interesting game coming up. As you guys know, I dropped a play on Lehigh, and you'll made a bunch of money because you saw when I
You
dropped
did
that
hit
shit.
it.
I saw how much action went around it. Well, Scott, Lehigh is giving 11.5 to Columbia, and Columbia is starting all the Jews who have been getting picked on for like 9 months on campus. They're all coming back, and they're gonna play a football game. They'll be doing this with flags. There'll be no contact. Jews do not like getting hit. Scott, it's 11.5. Lehigh's going to beat them by
I
30.
thought they were going to miss the game because they were releasing the hostages this weekend. So I think
Yeah.
you're right about Lehigh. You were right last week, and you're going to be right again. Columbia, I didn't even know they had a football team.
They do. It's actually most of the guys on the fencing team also play football just to round out the squad. All right, Scotty, I've got Central Florida against Cincinnati. 10.5 point spread. Cincy is 4-1. UCF is
What
three and
time is
two.
that game at?
That game is at 12 o'clock, Scott,
Yeah.
today.
Oh, so I just
About
want to tell
three
you
and a half
a
hour,
funny
3.5
story.
hours away.
So Chop applied there to UCF,
Really?
and they're convinced that she goes to San Diego State. So they're what they think is that she has a transcript at San Diego State, but it's actually her fucking brother who goes to San Diego State. She is a senior in high school applying to colleges. She applied to UCF in Orlando. I told you she's applied to all these Florida schools, Florida Atlantic, UCF,
Yeah.
Florida State, all of them. South Florida and Tampa too. And UCF is convinced that she's lying and that she goes to San Diego State and will not accept her application. These fucking morons. But I'll tell you what, I thought they looked terrible last week, and I think that they're going to get their ass beat by Cincinnati. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually think you're spot on. I tell you an interesting story about UCF. Like all the other schools in Florida, once again, I just want to bring up the Jews. They don't accept Jews anymore. The only school you can get into in Florida as a Jew is the University of Boca Raton. So what I would say is your daughter should be able to get there, get in, because she'll be taking a spot from one of the
Listen,
Israelites.
no, wait. So I lived in Boca. Florida Atlantic is
I
in
know.
Boca. I didn't know there was actually a University of Boca Raton.
Oh yeah, they wear it's University of Yam. I'll take you there. It's beautiful. It's in somebody's basement. It's a little fake rabbi's
Beverly
basement. It's a
Hills
tax
of
deduction.
Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Little tax deduction. Old Miss at 5-0 against Washington State, 3-2.
What time is that game?
32-point spread,
What time
brother.
is that game?
That game is 12:45.
in
Scotty.
Oxford.
Yeah.
Look, now, I mean, I got to tell you, that is a gigantic number to cover. And, Washington State's not the worst team in the world. Ole Miss is going to beat
Too many
them.
points.
Will they beat them by 32? What are the engines telling you?
No, I've got it as a 27-point game. It's a dangerous game because Ole Miss can run it up, but they're not going to win by 32, Scott. All right, let me keep moving
I
along,
love Lane
partner.
Kiffin. He's making $9 million and he wins.
Yeah, no, I get it. I actually have, just for everybody, I'm going to throw out a little diamond in the rough for you. And you're all going to go, oh, what the fuck is he talking about? Dartmouth is giving 2.5 points to Yale, and they're going to beat him by double digits. That's Dartmouth. I'm going to move on. Nobody gives a fuck, but if you want to make some money, listen carefully. Scotty, Iowa State at 5-1. And my favorite team to lose, Colorado. It's 3:30, Scott. It's a 2.5 point spread. Iowa State's giving 2.5.
And where is that game? Let me see.
I believe it's at Colorado.
Oh, it's at Colorado. It's in Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iowa State's going to win the game in Boulder, I think. And Colorado now showing their medal at 2-4. They suck. Iowa State lost last week in Cincinnati, a tough loss. They got worked. They got the ball run down their throats. I say they had a tough week in practice, and they get ready. They go to Boulder, and they win and cover.
I'm with you. And here's the key thing. There's no skill players at Colorado, so they really can't win too much. Nebraska 4-1, Maryland 4-1, 6.5 point spread.
I love Maryland every week when they're playing in College Park, and you're giving me 6.5 points. I think if this game were in Lincoln, it'd be the other way around, but it's not. I like the Terps. I'll tell you another team I like is UNLV. They're 5-0. They're laying 7 in Vegas at Allegiant against Air Force, and I think they're going to beat their ass.
Got it. Uh, a very sad Penn State that is breaking records for all the wrong reasons, dropping out of the rankings. Scott 3-2, Northwestern 3-2. It is a 21.5 point spread. Can Northwestern keep that game close, or is Penn State just going to fucking
I
kill
think they're
them?
going to take it out on Northwestern, their problems. I bet they had a brutal week under Franklin after losing to UCLA. It was embarrassing. They got knocked out of the polls. Their season was ruined, and they're going to take it out on Northwestern. That's my guess.
You got the Ducks against Indiana, 10-0 between the two of them. Scott 7.5 point spread.
Look, it's just simple for me. If they don't lose at Outson, they don't lose in Eugene. I think Oregon will win the game. I know a lot of people are betting on Indiana, and you know, are you fight, fight, fight? Anyway, I think they're gonna get beat out in Oregon. It's the place people go to lose. That's all there is to it. I'm obviously rooting for the Hoosiers, and I just think they're gonna have their hands full in that den of iniquity. That is one of the toughest places to win in college football in America.
So I would tell everybody, stay away. For me, stay away from the spread. But I do think it's going to be a fucking track meet. I think
I
they're going
like
to
the
go over
over.
60 points, and 53 is the spread. So I think you can make some money. That's
That
minus
kid
113 at Bet
Mendoza is
Rivers.
the number one quarterback taken in the NFL draft in Pittsburgh in
And I agree with you.
26, and then they're saying
I
Arch
agree with
Manning
you.
will be the number one quarterback taken in 2027 the following year.
Yeah, I believe it because March ain't coming. I think he's having a shit ass year. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech. It is a 14.5 point spread. 3:30 game, Scott.
Be careful. I think Virginia Tech will show up for that game at Bobby Dodd. It's too many points. They've started to find themselves. I think Georgia Tech's certainly better than Virginia Tech, but I bet they beat them at most by 2 touchdowns, and that hook's alive.
Yeah, I gotcha. We got another 3:30 game for you. This one I'm looking forward to this. I just always love Oklahoma against Texas. It just feels right. Scott, the spread is 1 point.
In that Oklahoma Texas game at the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, it's 1 point.
Yeah, look, if Mateer plays, I like Oklahoma. I think Texas, they fell out of the top 25, and, they're not rated anymore. So let's just say I think they're the most overrated, unrated team in America, and they just do not look good. They had their great season last year. They're not good this year. And if Mateer plays in that game for Oklahoma, the Sooners will win.
Yeah, if he does, I've got it actually as a touchdown. So 1 point is way off. Let me keep moving you down here. I'm going to skip anything to do with Oregon State because it's just so funny. We've got, keep going down. I'm going to move you down because we got to get to pros, dude. We are freaking 25 minutes into this goddamn show. Tennessee, Arkansas,
Look,
12 point spread.
I think Tennessee's going to beat them. Arkansas season, they've already, when they took it in the ass from Notre Dame, that was it for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to bust out to 7 o'clock at night, Scotty. Iowa, 3-2. Wisconsin, 2-3. 3 point spread. It's 7 o'clock.
I got to take Wisconsin at home at Camp Randall, although I do think Iowa's better than them.
Yeah, I'm on Iowa. So we've got. Let me give you a couple more games. We got Florida 2-3 against Texas
I like
A&M
A&M
5-0.
at Kyle Field.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to keep burning on down. Georgia 4-1, Auburn 3-2.
Georgia beats
Three and a half
everyone
point
except
spread.
Alabama.
I agree. I'm pressing along here. Michigan, USC. It's a 2.5 point spread. I just so you know, I'm on
Yeah,
USC.
I like USC here. I think Michigan will screw it up at the Coliseum in Lipstick City.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to keep pushing down. We got to move. South Carolina 3-2. LSU 4-1.
LSU.
9.5 point spread.
LSU under the lights in Death Valley and Baton Rouge. Forget about it.
Right. And Book of Mormon against Arizona. 1.5 point spread.
Man, that is a great game. I'm gonna really roll the dice here and take the Cougars on the road in Tucson.
Really? Wow. That's interesting. I actually have Arizona as the home dog. I have them on the money line. All right. What do I got here? Last game for you,
Are
Scotty,
you kidding
because of
me? You're
your
gonna
kid.
blow up.
Sit.
You're gonna blow up. There's some.
No, I got Arizona. I got San Diego State. I'm going to do them. I
Those
don't care
two are
about
good
why.
games.
Yeah, Arizona State against Utah, 4-1 against 4-1, 7.5 point spread. Just so you know, I think Utah does them.
I think Arizona State will be in the game. I think it's too many points. And then I think San Diego State's going to beat Nevada's ass in Reno.
Yeah, I do too. The real question is here, though, can they beat them by 7 and 8? Can they beat them by 8 points? I'm just not sure
I
about
mean,
that.
Nevada's
But
been
probably
terrible
not.
this year. Why not? And
Terrible.
you know
One and
what?
four. Yeah,
Last week, I doubted San Diego State, and I remember
I
I
did.
took Colorado State and the Rams in Fort
Yeah,
Collins, where Jesus lives, and they put
yeah,
45 directly in their asshole and just cranked it like hard and fast with lube. And they sprayed lube
yeah.
while they were fucking cranking them in the ass, and they kept yelling, "Jesus lives here."
Yeah, no, I've been on San Diego State this year. I'm moving to the NFL, buddy. We've got some great games
You
coming
got a
up.
game
All
in
right, Sunday
London. You
action.
got a game in London at 9:30. Denver and the Jets blow
Yeah,
monkey balls.
yeah. It's a 7 point spread. For me, I have Denver by more than. I think the Jet ship is absolutely sinking. I think Aaron Glenn is at this point now is just frazzled. I don't buy it. I think Denver takes care of them.
So do I, but
Denver's pretty good,
it
bro.
looks so easy. Like when I had Minnesota against the Browns, it looked so easy, and it was so hard.
Right.
They scored with 25 seconds left, and that's how they covered by a hook. So it's never easy. The Jets blow though. Denver is flat out better than them. I like them.
Yeah, I'm with you. Indianapolis 4-1, Arizona 2-3. What do you like there, Scotty?
Well, look, I think that this is going to be a better game than most people think. Brissett's going to play. Kyler Murray hasn't been practicing, so I think
Yeah.
Brissett keeps Arizona in that game, and it's a cover at least. I think they have a shot to cover. Every time though, I fuck with Indy. Indy wins. So
Yeah, I'm on the other side of that. Danny Dimes is my
well, then
hero. I would
go with
not touch
Mickey.
that. That game is going to go under, though. I
Go
do
with
think that
Mickey
game's
because
going to
I've been
go
taken
under.
in the ass in the NFL.
Yeah, I think that game is going to go under. I don't think Brissett is going to put up a bunch of points. Rams, Baltimore, Scotty, Baltimore is 1-4. Here we go. Rams 3-2. It's a 7 point
Look,
spread.
I don't think Lamar's playing again, and for me, it's the Rams. But the difference is that they looked so shitty last week that I guarantee you they look different this Sunday. I guarantee
Yeah,
you Harbaugh's team looks different this Sunday, and I'll bet they cover that number.
yeah. You talked a little bit about Cleveland and Pittsburgh. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on Pittsburgh. I'm not behind Cleveland on this one. They're 1-4. Their defense is pretty good, but I think Pittsburgh takes care of business. And Scott has a smile on his face walking into the
Well,
parking
I'm
lot.
going to the game. It's going to be raining and shitty, and I think Cleveland covers, and I think Pittsburgh will win the game by a field goal. That's what I think is going to happen, but we'll see. You know what my favorite play of the day is right now, before tomorrow, is Dallas. I think they look fantastic offensively. I think their defense blows, but I don't think Carolina can score enough to beat them. I think Dallas covers that 3 in Charlotte and does the same thing that they did to the Jets. This is not a great team they're playing. I don't think they can stop Dak from having 3 or 4 touchdown passes.
I agree with you. I'm probably not going to go near that game, but I agree with you. Chargers, Miami, 3-2. Miami's 1-4. 4 point spread, Scott.
I actually think the Chargers bounce back after they got smoked last week at home. That was embarrassing. I saw the game and I bet it and lost and took it in the arse. I just can't believe how bad they looked last week. And of course, against the Commanders, they were up 10-0 and lost 27-10. So I think they bounce back because I don't think the Dolphins are worth shit.
Yeah, I got it, but I got to tell you something. They have played a couple really bad fucking football games recently, so I'd be a little nervous about the Chargers. I probably won't go near that game. New England, New Orleans. New Orleans broke my heart, took 5 turnovers to actually beat the Giants. 5 in a row, Scott. 5 in a row. New England 3-2. I think New England's playing. I'm on New England. I think they're playing pretty
I'm
decent
with
football.
you, and they look great in Buffalo, and I hope they can just be who they are. I think Drake May is solid. Diggs looks great. Their running game looks great. Their defense looks tough. And I don't buy the Saints. The reason the Saints beat the Giants because 5 turnovers. That's why they won that
In a
fucking
row.
game.
5 possessions, 5 turnovers. That hasn't happened, since fucking George Hallis was a running back. We've got Las Vegas against Tennessee. 1-4, 1-4. It's a 4.5 point spread. Can Las Vegas beat
I
anybody
just
by
wanted to
five
say you
points?
missed 1 o'clock game. It was Seattle Jacksonville, which is one of the games of the
Oh yeah,
day. That game's in
got it.
Duval in Jacksonville. Do you think that the Seahawks can go to Jacksonville and beat this team who keeps beating everybody?
No, no. I'm on Jacksonville. Absolutely not. I like the
All
under
right,
as
so
well.
the Tennessee Vegas game, I want nothing to do with it, but I'll take the over because I can't imagine that they can't score 42 points. Look, I know they both stink, but Tennessee came out of their shell last week with that gift win in Arizona. That was the worst bad beat I've had in the NFL with the fumble after the pick inside the 5 that went in the end zone that they lost. And then they had 2 gigantic turnovers. The one was the 80-yard touchdown run. The guy drops the ball at the goal line, and they don't get the score. It would have been 28-6 Arizona. Instead, they go down, they score, then they get the pick at the goal line, the fumble, they score again, and then they win on the last second field goal. I think Tennessee woke up. I think Tennessee and Vegas put up more than 41 points.
Fair enough. So we've got here Cincinnati and Green Bay, and Green Bay is a 14.5 point favorite. Unreal. Who knew?
I mean, it's super dangerous. Flacco's going to play for the Bengals. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'll
I
take
don't
the
go near
over.
it. There you go. I'm fine with that. I don't go near the game. To me, that is just
I'll take the
unbelievably
over.
unpredictable. Fair enough. Sunday night,
Wait, San
8:20,
Francisco and
Detroit.
Tampa. San Francisco and Tampa's at 425 in Tampa,
Yep.
and all they do is win. Give me the Bucks.
I'm on Tampa all over the place. I absolutely love Tampa in that game. Absolutely love Tampa. All right, so we did Cincy, Detroit, KC. Man, KC 2-3.
That's Sunday night, and I actually, I got to be honest with you. I think the Lions are flat out better than the Chiefs.
I am too. I'm on Detroit. Hey Scott, because it's very likely that your entire system will be poisoned by rum, and Monday will be a day where you will be absolutely. Mick, I'm so sick.
Strung up,
Oh,
strung out.
I cannot. And
I
so
don't do that to
I'm
you.
going
I
to do a
just
little
fight you that
Monday.
I'm strung out.
Yeah, I.
I don't
All
call
right.
you and be a femme. I just say I'm hungover and strung out. I'm too fucked up to do anything. That's
I
what I
got
say.
it. I agree.
Now listen, I want to talk. I
Buffalo.
want to talk about. There's one late night game, midnight tonight. Hawaii over Utah State on the Big Island. You know what's going to happen there. Give me Hawaii. So here's the deal. We're on everything now. I just want to be clear. First of all, we're on the #1 podcast network in the world, SiriusXM app. It is badass. It reaches 70 million listeners a month. Just search Ferrall on the SiriusXM app. And how about this? If you don't have a subscription to Sirius, download the SiriusXM app and you can get a free 90-day trial. I mean, you can't beat that.
Yeah,
You can check us
do it.
out for 90 days, and then I'm sure you'll get a subscription and you'll move forward with us. If not, we're on Apple, iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean. We're literally everywhere else. So,
Patreon, everywhere you consume your joy and love, Scott, are
get a
there.
package.
Everywhere.
The Profit Play package is 30 a month. The Max Profit is 100 a month. The Elite is 700 a month. 12 of the last 14 elites have cashed. I know that makes some people upset that are just Profit Play members. Step your game up to a Max Profit and you get both the Max Profit and Profit Plays. Our packages aren't to screw people. They're to help people make money. Everybody makes money on our pick service. That's all there is to it. Plus you get all these kick-ass shows. Mickey's finally back from his rendezvous vacation tour, and he's going to be home doing the show now until January when he goes to the Middle East to do peace talks.
Yeah, I have been enjoined by the State Department, Mr. Rubio, to help figure out that Gaza thing because even though they're having a little bit of a détente right now, that will fall apart, and I will have to get over there and solve that thing. And yeah, I am not looking forward to going, Scott, because they don't serve
I
alcohol
love how
there.
they say
That's
that
all I've.
they're gonna rebuild it and make it a paradise. Have you seen that
Yeah, they
place?
pay
What
parrot.
Israel did to that place?
Yeah, Scott, I can tell you this. There's no paradise that I have ever been to where if you step on a mine, which is in underneath every single block, you blow up and you end up like on that commercial with a metal leg and no
And one
arm and
eye.
half your face. Yeah, I mean you can't do that. Can't do that.
So today's podcast is everyone's favorite because we talk about all the games today and tomorrow in the NFL. Now remember, some of the picks for tomorrow may change. I might change my mind today because I'm going to be drinking heavily in Pittsburgh all day, and anything's possible. I'm
Yeah.
going to a hockey game. I could be drunk. After I leave the hockey game, I could get drunker. Is that a word? And then things
It's
could
not
change. And
it's not
then
a
I
great
could wake
word.
up with a hangover and have to make picks. And that could be dangerous for my health and yours. So anything's
Yeah, and I
possible
want everybody
Sunday.
to know.
And I don't know what I'm doing today, even though I just talked
Yeah.
my ass off about all these games. So let's see what happens. Make sure you watch the Max Profit play video and the Profit play video for the picks, and you know where to get your elite plays. Anything could change. We did this very early in the morning before I'm leaving, and moods could change. By the time I get to the airport and drop these plays on video, it could change. So I have the right to change my opinion between now and drop time. If you have pay packages, go with the pay packages.
Go
If
with the
you're just
picks.
looking for
Go with the
free
picks.
plays, then fucking go
Right
with
here.
what we said today for the games and for tomorrow.
Right here. And do remember, guys, that we have four AI engines and a server compiling all of this data nonstop with our server now in the fucking office, screaming 24/7. So the world
And
is a
Mickey,
beautiful
the other
place.
day, I just wanted to let you know on Thursday's podcast, Mickey didn't like that I said I wanted to punch him in the face, and he edited it out of the
I don't care.
show. So I just wanted to say again here on Saturday that I want to punch Mickey in the face for all of his fucking
Oh,
vacations. He travels the world and lives large. Even today, I talked to him and I was like, I think it was yesterday on Friday. I called him. I go, hey, do you want to do this Friday or do you want to do it first thing at like 6 in the morning on Saturday? And he's like, I'm having lunch at the club. I'm like, you're such a femme with all your fucking vacations and club sandwiches. I hope ants
yeah.
infest your rectum.
Yeah. Club sandwiches, not so much, my friend. Baked Alaska. Mmm.